What is going on YouTube? This is Decrepus93 here. I'm bringing you the first video in this channel. I'm going to be doing a whole bunch of Magic the Gathering unboxing. Yeah, so we're just going to go through some cards. This is going to be more of a test for later on. If you guys enjoy this, be sure to leave a like, comment down below, subscribe. Really helps us with what we're doing. And yeah, without further ado, let's start looking into these. I'll probably give the shortened version of this video, sort of like a highlights kind of package, when I do stream it to this channel. So without further ado, let's have a look, shall we? So just sort of gonna like take a handful and then just sort of go through them. So starting with Nature's Claim. Yeah, actually I quite like this card in a green deck because it's good. It's a 1 mana cost instant, 1 green, destroy target artifact and enchantment. Its controller cancels for life. It doesn't mean that you have to destroy a opponent's artifact or enchantment. You can destroy your own artifact enchantment just for the life gain. So that's pretty cool. Then we have Goblin Gathering. Pretty sure most of you know what Goblin Gathering does these days. It wasn't standard for a while. It's not the best of standard cards, but nor is it like commander worthy or anything because it requires to have more copies of it in your graveyard. So it's not really that great. Chandra's Outrage. It's a decent removal, but it is quite expensive for what it does. It only does 2 damage to the opponent, whereas you get other stuff that can basically deal with creatures and then have a higher effect later on. Like you're looking at like Bone Crusher Giant, which is good for like quick removal, like a shock kind of effect. But yeah, Chandra's Outrage is okay. Spectral Flight. This is from is this Conspiracy era, I guess, I believe. So it's just a basic 2-cost 2/2 and flying. That's normal. It's pretty alright, not great. Oh wow, we have a Modern Horizons 2 card here. Hard Evidence. So I create a 0/3 blue crab and then investigate. That's pretty cool. I was not expecting to see Modern Horizon 2 cards in here, so pretty jazzed about that. More Modern Horizons 2. Steelfin Whale. Affinity for artifacts. Whenever artifact enters the battlefield under my control, untap Steelfin Whale. That's pretty cool. Dihada's Ploy. Draw 2 cards and discard a card. If you gain life, equal to the number of cards you've discarded this turn with Jumpstart. That's pretty cool. Odd mana cost though. 1 and blue black. It's quite odd. It is an instant though, so it's quite nice, but that is odd to see a black card with Jumpstart. Again, this is Modern Horizons 2, and I know little of that. Breathless Night. Interesting. I'm getting a lot of Modern Horizons 2 cards here. This is pretty cool. Whenever it's Flying Lifelink, 2/2 for 1 and a white and a black. Whenever it or another creature enters battlefield under my control, if that creature entered from a graveyard or you cast from a graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on Breathless Night. Pretty cool. Bit of graveyard recursion kind of thing. Armadillo Cloak. This is actually a card that I really like. I'm really jazzed that I got this card. So it gives +2/+2 in trample, but it also has whenever this creature deals damage, you gain that much life. Pseudo lifelink without the word lifelink. So any cards that sort of like remove lifelink, this sort of gets around that. So I'm actually quite glad I got this card. So I'm putting this aside because it's cool. More Modern Horizons 2 stuff. Tizera's Charger escapes with a choice of a +1/+1 or a flying counter. It's cool. Oh, Sinister Starfish. I remember Sigil Starfish, which has got tap scry 1. This is Sinister Starfish, which is exactly the same, but instead it's a black with tap Surveil 1 instead of tap scry 1. So this is pretty cool. I like this card. Quite like this card. Cremate. Interesting. Exile target card from graveyard, draw a card. Instant 1 black. Very cool. Bloodthrown Vampire. Sacrifice a creature, Bloodthrown Vampire gets +2/+2 turn to turn. So it's basically a vampire that's Phyrexian broodmates? Broodlings? Phyrexian broodlings. Pretty sure it's broodlings. If I'm wrong, I'll still put the image up on the screen just over there. But yeah, this is a good in vampire deck. I know a guy that actually plays vampires, so you might be interested in this. That aside. Sanitarium Skeleton. No, everybody knows Sanitarium Skeleton. It was in Standard at the time. Everybody's played it on Arena most of the time. Geth? That's a weird name because it's Geth, and that's Geth's Verdict. Target player sacrifices a creature, loses 1 life. Double black, so that's probably why it's from the Phyrexian era, which is a nice set, must admit. 2 black pips, which makes it kind of difficult to cast if you're like in a multicolored setup, but its effect is pretty good. Severed Strands. This is a GRN card, Guilds of Ravnica. So you sacrifice a creature, you gain life equal to the sacrificed creature's toughness and destroy target creature your opponent controls. So it's a 2 mana. It's sorcery, yeah, but it's a 1 and a black, which gains you life and it destroys a creature, which is pretty cool. Return from Extinction. This is a cool card. So this is from Modern Horizons 1. Return from Extinction. Choose 1. Return target creature from your graveyard to your hand, or return 2 target creature cards that share a creature type. So this is great for tribal decks. This is like in the same set as some slivers that came out. So it's kind of meant for slivers, but yeah, it's a pretty cool card. I like it for tribal stuff. Ritual Restoration. Return target artifact card from graveyard to your hand for 1 white. Okay, it's a sorcery, but that's pretty cool. It's from Onslaught, I believe. It's pretty cool. Orochi Leafcaller. 1 green, add 1 mana of any color to mana pool. That's pretty cool. For 1, it's a 1/1 mana dork, sort of. But yeah, I quite like that. That's pretty cool. Funnelweb Recluse. Reach Morbid. When it enters the battlefield, if a creature dies this turn, investigate. Interesting. Titanic Growth. Good old Titanic Growth. It's the M12 print, but yeah, everybody knows Titanic Growth. It's a pretty cool combat trick. Plummet. Most people know Plummet as well. Destroy target creature with flying. It's not really a staple, but you'll find it used in limited formats where, you know, removal is a premium kind of thing. Pathmaker Initiate from Omen Ket. Target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Decent card, but Coal Stoker. Okay. It comes into play, so when it enters the battlefield, if you played it from your hand, add 3 red to your mana pool. It does cost 4, but it replaces 3 of that mana. That's pretty cool, and it's an elemental. That's the thing that most people kind of like gloss over. The fact that it's an elemental means that it can go in any elemental deck, and it refunds a bit of mana. So if you're playing like an elemental deck with like Omnath or just a whole bunch of Risen Reefs on the field, you could play this and then get a refund while still getting those triggers. And if you're playing Yarok, okay, not necessarily in a commander deck, but if you've got Yarok and this comes on the field, this refunds itself plus more. Then it adds 6 mana. You can even have Paramonicon and then still have it. So that's pretty cool. Dramatic Reversal. This is a card from Kaladesh. Untap all non-land permanents you control. This might be interesting. I quite like this card so I might put this in one of my decks. Yeah, it's not like a great card, but it's a fun card to play if you're like doing sorcery, spell slinging stuff. Totally Lost. Totally Lost is totally lost. Ooh, hello. Rebuild from, I believe this is Urza's set, Urza's block. Return all artifacts to its owner's hands. And it's got cycling for 2. This is interesting. I always love seeing these old cards. Old cards are always like some of the best because of their art. I like the frame as well compared to the new cards. I quite like this old frame. I'm a sucker for like Time Spiral Master and Time Spiral sets. I just really like this style. So I might put this to one side. Dross Golem. Affinity for swamps and fear. Interesting. It's a Golem artifact creature, also from Onslaught, I believe. Maybe Onslaught? No, this is Darksteel. Sorry, that's my bad. That's totally my bad. It's Darksteel. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Myr Scrappling. Sacrifice Myr Scrappling. It's a 1/1 for 1. Sacrifice Myr Scrappling, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. That's pretty cool. Great in artifact deck. I know probably people with Urza decks would play this quite often. 1 mana, 1. It's a 1 mana 1/1 that's also mana dork based. So that's cool. Lightning Core Excavator. 5 tap. Sacrifice Lightning Core Excavator. Deals 3 damage to any target. This is Jumpstart. This is from Jumpstart. Interesting. Oh, and down again. Altar of the Goyf. This is a cool card. So this is like it's a tribal artifact Lurgoyf, so like the black Goyfs, the green Goyfs. There's not a lot of them, but they're also really fun to play with. And the thing about this, it gives all of them trample. But the main thing is that whenever a creature you control attacks alone, it gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of card types among cards in all graveyards. So that includes your graveyard, your opponent's graveyard, your other opponent's graveyard. It's actually a really fun card. I might want to put this in one of my decks. So yeah. Shard of Broken Glass. It's a mill thing. Puts the top whenever it attacks. You may put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard. So it's a self mill tactic. I quite like this in my Fanax deck way back when. It was a pretty fun card to play. So down again. Leonin Scribe comes into play. Returns all artifacts converted mana cost 1 or less from your graveyard to your hand. So like Soul Ring or Tormod's Crypt. That's pretty cool. Irregular Cohort. So it's a changeling for 4. And its battlefield created 2/2 colorless shapeshifted creature with changeling. So it's 4 mana for 4 power and toughness. Pretty cool. Modern Horizons 1. Yeah. Oh, we got a foil. Guardian Kirin from Modern Horizons 2. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on them. That's pretty cool, and it's a nice little foil. It's cool. Put there. Knightly Valor from Jumpstart. Yeah, Knightly Valor is Knightly Valor. So this is from a set that I'm not very familiar with. Vita Spore Tharlet. So it's a Tharlet. It's a fungus. Fungi. At the beginning of upkeep, put a spore counter. And we remove 3 spore counters, put a sapling into play. Sacrifice the sapling target creature against haste. Oh, that's interesting. Giving haste in green. That's not something you'd see every day. It's pretty... Lace with Moon Glove. Turn target creature against death touch until end of turn. Draw a card. That's pretty cool. Yeah. A nice card. It's from Lorwyn, I believe that set is. Nature's Claim again. Pretty cool card. Mount Velis Manticore. Charm creature Manticore. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may discard a card. When you do, it deals X damage to any total X's where X is the number of card types the discarded card has. Interesting. That is quite the mechanic. Pretty cool. Fury Charm. Interesting. I like these charms. I quite like pretty much all the charms. I really like them. Red and 1 and a red. Instant destroy target artifact, or target creature gets +1/+1 trample, or remove 2 time counters from target permanent or suspended card. So this works with time counters. It's cool. Not many times you see time counters. Fist of Anvil. Target creature gets +4/+0 until end of turn. Pretty cool. Morrowind, I believe that set is. Could be wrong. Oh, Kessig Fawn Marches. So this is a werewolf. This is cool. I don't actually own any werewolves, so this is my first werewolf. I know with the new set coming out with plenty of werewolves in that one, so yeah. When it blocks or becomes blocked by a creature, deals 1 damage to that creature. At the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast, transform. Kessig Force Master turns into Flameheart Werewolf. Whenever it blocks or becomes blocked, it deals 2 damage to that creature. Beginning of upkeep, if a player casts 2 or more spells, transform it again. That's pretty cool. I don't even own any. Well, now I do. I do own. Yeah. cool little werewolf. So let's keep going. Glade Cover Scout, hexproof, 1/1 elf, so elf decks basically. Orchard Strider, interesting, tree folk. When it enters the battlefield, create 2 food tokens and basic land cycling. So you search for land, put it into your hand. It's cool. It's cool. One Horizons 2 again. Jumpstart, Wild and Invoker. Pay 8. Target creature gets +5/+5 and trample until end of turn. Pretty cool. A lot of mana needed for that, but yeah. Dawn Trader Elk. Sacrifice it, search your library for basic land art, put it on battlefield tapped, and shuffle your library. That's pretty cool. So it's basically like a 1 extra rampant growth, but it's also at instant speed, so that's pretty cool. And Elk, that will probably give some people PTSD. Trusty Retriever, cool. Enters the battlefield, choose 1, put a +1/+1 counter on it, or send it after extra enchantment from your graveyard to your hand. That's pretty cool. It's a little expensive though, full cost. Godfarer's Faithful, I remember playing with this card a long time ago, playing it in a Azorius deck. When you cast a blue, black, or red spell, gain 1 life. It's a 1-mana 0/4, so it's a decent blocker up front. So. Children of Corless. Sacrifice it, you gain life equal to the life lost this turn. That's cool, that's really cool. This is from the original Time Spiral block as well. It's a 1 white, so that's pretty cool. I like that. Disenchant is Disenchant. Okay, that's cool. So we got 1 from original Time Spiral and 1 from Time Spiral Remastered. That's pretty cool. Coral Trickster, Time Spiral Remastered again, Morph. Turn face up, you may tap or untap target permanent. That's cool. Academy Journey Mage. 1 less cost if you control Wizard. And then it bounces a creature for 4 mana if you control Wizard. 4C, Scryfall, draw 2 cards from Time Spiral Remastered. That's cool. Seagate Oracle. Means the battlefield, look at the top 2 cards of your library, 1 into your hand and the other in the bottom of your library. That's pretty cool. Rakdos Locket from Ravnica Allegiance this time. Tangle Bloom. Interesting. Pay 1, it's a 1-mana artifact. Pay 1, tap and you gain 1 life. It's pretty cool. True Faith Cleanser. Top creature gets +1/+1 and has Vigilance, as long as it is a human. It's an additional +1/+0. Cool. Smelt. Smelt is Smelt. Shock. Shock is Shock. Echoing Decay. Target creature and all other creatures with the same name as the creature get -2/-2 until their turn. Now this is strange. I've got the next card is in a sleeve. So no idea why it's in a sleeve, but I guess we'll find out now. Ah, it is because it is a foil. Interesting. Wake Dancer. Whenever Wake Dancer enters the battlefield, if a creature died this turn, put a 2/2 black zombie onto the battlefield. That's pretty cool. It's a foil. Guess we'll go with the foils. Ah, good old Doomblade. Destroy target non-black creature. Love me some Doomblade. It's going on my to keeps pile. Celestial Crusader, Flash, Split Second. Otherwise, creatures you control get +1/+1. Split Second is always just amazing. Hunting Pack. 7 mana. Jeez. Create a 4/4 Beast, and it has Storm. Oh. Oh, it's an instant too. Whoa. Damn. Satyr Wayfinder. I've played with this card before. Put a land. Look at top 4. Put a land into your hand, and put the rest in your graveyard. Rest for the Weary. Target player gains 4 life. If a land enters the battlefield under your control this turn, that player gains 8 life instead. Battlefield Promotion. It's from War the Spark, so most people already know what this does. And we're upside down again. Dragon Eyes Servant. Morph, reveal a blue card from your hand. Turn face up, look at target player's hand, or target opponent's hand. Cool. And we're upside down again. Clock Spinning. Okay, it's from Time Spiral. Buyback for 3 to 1 mana, buyback for 3. Choose a counter on target permanent or suspended card. Move that counter from that permanent or card, or put another of those counters on it. Interesting. Knock Amoeba? Okay, so this is Modern Horizons 2, but with the old border. That's pretty cool. Elemental Beast, Flying, discard a card. Switch Knocker Beer. Yep. I can't spell. this thing. Power and toughness until end of turn. That's pretty cool. I like this art, so let's go there. Sweep the skies. Also, on Horizons 2, this is uncommon. Blue and X converge, create a 1/1 color stop the artifact creature token flying for each color of mana spent to cast a spell. This is definitely for an artifact deck. This is a Sentinel of the Pearl Trident. It's a flicker effect for historic stuff. That's pretty cool. Kai's Ghost Form. Kai's Ghost Form is just a really cool card. Psychic Impetus. Okay, enchant creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. Okay. Attacks each combat if able, and attacks a player other than you if able. Enchanted creature attacks, you scry 2. You can enchant somebody else's creature with it. Deeproot Warrior, it's from Exelon, it's a merfolk. Guns block gets +1/+1 to end of turn. Merfolk, pretty cool. Rise of Eagles, put a 2/2 bird enchantment creature token flying onto the battlefield, scry 1. Here we have Ronus's Stalwart. You may exert it. If you do, it gets +1/+1 to end of turn and can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less this turn. Pretty cool. Rank Officer, Zombie Soldier. Rank Officer because it smells bad. When it enters the battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie. Tap. Pay 1 and black, tap, exile target creature from your graveyard. Each opponent loses 2 life. That's Rush of Adrenaline. Target creature gets +1/+1. +2/+1 and gains trample to end of turn for 1 mana. That's pretty good. Rush of Ice. Target creature. Tap target creature doesn't untap for just a single blue, which is pretty cool. Has awakened 3 for 5. That's pretty cool. Roar Challenge from, I believe this is Kanzatok here. Creatures able to block target creature do so this turn. If you can ferocious, that creature gains indestructible end of turn if you control a creature with power 4 or greater. Pretty cool. Ronus Stalwart again. Red Crop Spearmaster. Exert it. If you do, it gets +1/+0 until end of, and first strike until end of turn. Cool. Ritual Rejuvenation. Again for life, draw a card. Revoke Privileges. Can't attack or block or crew vehicles. It's from the Kaladesh era. Fiend Hunter. This is a cool card. It's basically an Oblivion Ring, but on a creature. So that's pretty cool. Quite like this card. Here we have Ember Weaver, also from Masters 25. So you control red permanent, it gets +1/+0, and first strike, Reach, Spooter. Scourge Mark, enchant creature, it's battlefield, draw a card, enchant creature gets +1/+0. Crush Descent, it's a counterspell with a mass. Hindering Light, instant counter target spell, the target to you or opponent you control, draw a card. This is cool. This is from Children of Alara, I believe. The other one is Shards of Alara and World Wake, but yeah, this is a cool card. I'm definitely putting this in my Kai card deck. It's cool. Nameless Insertion, Tribal Instant Shapeshifter. This card is every creature type at all times. Target creature gets +3/-3 and loses all creature types until end of turn. Interesting. Demir Guildgate, Vial of Dragonfire. That was in Standard at the time. So was this Humongulous. Civic Stalwart, also in Standard at some time. Notion Rain, this is a cool card. Not many people played it. Surveil 2, draw 2 cards, it deals 2 damage to you. It's a pretty good card for 3. Guardians of Melatus, Melatus, I think that's how it's pronounced. Defender 0/6 for 3. Butcher's Glee, target creature gets +3/+0 and gains its lifelink to end of turn, regenerated. Cool. Hierophant's Chalice, enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life, add 1 colorless to your mana pool. Tap it to add 1 colorless. Flying Melee, this is from Conspiracy. Whenever this creature attacks, you get +1/+1 to end of turn for each opponent you attacked with a creature this combat. Weird. Chosen of Markov, tap an untap vampire you control, transform Chosen of Markov. Transform into Markov Servant, 4/4 vampire. Again, I know a guy who plays vampires, so that there. Befuddle is Befuddle. Uncomfortable Chill is Uncomfortable Chill. Pieces of the Puzzle. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library, put up to 2 instants and or sorcery cards from among them into your hand, rest into your graveyard. Cool. Next set. Force Away from Kanzutokya. Returns all creatures on his hand for 2. Control power, creature power 4 greater. Draw a card, discard a card. Patchwork Gnomes. Discard a card, regenerate. Patchwork Gnomes. On Horizons 2. Cool. Like Bottle Gnomes, but different. Constable of the Realm. Giant Soldier. For 5 for a 3/3. Renown 2. Whenever one or more +1/+1 counters are put on Constable of the Realm, exile up to one target non-land permanent until Constable of the Realm leaves the battlefield. Pretty cool. Lightning Spear gets +1/+0 and trample. Sacrifice Lightning Spear deals 3 damage to any target. Recover. Quite like this card. Return target creature from your grave to your hand, draw a card. Did not see much play, but I do like it. Rampaging Rendhorn, Riot, Vine Tender, tap to untap another target snow permanent. It's a snow creature, human druid. Rotten Heart Ghoul, it dies, target player discards a card. Rustwing Falcon, it's a 1-mana 1/2 with flying. Rakdos Shred Freak from Ultimate Masters, haste for the 2/1, the 2 with haste. Ringwarden Owl, flying, prowess. Prowess is always a fun thing to play with. Rites of the Serpent, destroy target creature. If a creature had a +1/+1 counter on it, put a 1/1 green snake token onto the battlefield. Interesting. Rescue. Rubber Belt Boar is a decent card. I played it in my Boros Mentor deck. It's pretty fun in there. Another Guardians of Malatus. Gonti's Machinations. Enchantment. Whenever you lose life the first time each turn, you get 1 energy. Pay 2 energy, sacrifice Gonti's Machinations. Each opponent loses 3 life. You gain life equal to life lost this way. And it's a 1-mana. That's pretty cool. I'd like that. Giant Spider is a giant spider. Ground Shaker Slivers. Sliver creatures you control have trample. Slivers. I love slivers. You can go there. Flying Vigilance. Griffin Sentinel. Gluttonous Cyclops. So it's a 6-mana 5/3. And it has Monstrosity 3 for 7. Plummet. Plummeter's Plummet. Primal Hunt Beast. It's a 3/3 for 4 with Hexproof. Decent. Peel from Reality. Returns target creature you control and target creature you don't control to the owner's hands. Interesting. Pursue Glory. Attacking creatures get +2/+0 until end of turn. Cycling 2. Primordial Worm. It's a worm. Big vanilla worm. Pirate's Cutlass. Enters the battlefield. Attach it to target pirate you control. So creature gets +2/+1. Ferris Brand Centaurs. Centaur Warrior. Vanilla 3/7. Another Primordial Worm. This time from War of the Spock. Ooh, hello. Yavamaya Gnats. Flying. 1. Green to regenerate. Interesting. Love me these old cards. Ooh, and there's another one. Yavamaya Ancients. 2. It's a 5-mana 2/7. Pay 1 green. +1 -2 until end of turn. Interesting. Yoked Ox. Ox. Zombie Goliath. Zombie Giant. Interesting. Eva's Force Mage. When it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Silverport Chain Mage. Cohort. Tap an untapped ally you control, target opponent loses 2 life. Interesting. And another one of these dudes. Oh, got a foil here. Desecration Plague. Interesting. Destroy target enchantment or land in green. Interesting. Very interesting. Beat Arrestor. Standard set. Deface. And here we have Zealot of the Godfarer. Pay 5 into it. Deals 2 damage to target opponent. It's a great mana sink if you think about it. Embodiment of Spring. Blue. To blue in Elemental. Pay 1 and a green, tap and sacrifice to search your library for a basic land card, put onto the battlefield, tap and shuffle your library. Interesting. Ethereal Ambush, instant for 5, manifests the top 2 cards of your library. Interesting. Campment Keeper, 1 mana 1/1 first strike, pay 8, tap and sacrifice it, creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Eyes in the Skies, put a 1/1 bird creature token flying onto the battlefield, then populate. Interesting. Populate's always a fun mechanic. Encrust, 3 mana tap doesn't untap enchantment. Oracle of Dust, interesting. The card opponent owns from exile to that player's graveyard, draw a card, then discard a card. Interesting. I know a friend that plays Eldrazi, so it'll be interesting to see what it thinks of that. Orcish Cannonade, deals 2 damage to target creature or player and 3 damage to you. Draw a card. Interesting. Orazca Raptor, so vanilla 3/4 for 4. Another Oracle of Dust. Cool. Swiftclaw is a 2 mana vanilla 3/1. Wars of Guildgate is a Guildgate. Orazca Fullback is a vanilla 4/2 for 3. Blight Breath Catobulus. Enters the battlefield, get target creature and opponent controls gets -X/-X. By X your devotion to black. And Windgrace Acolytes. Is battlefield, top 3 cards of your library into graveyard, you gain 3 life. Cool. Keep moving. Gideon's Triumph. Your opponent sacrifices a creature. If you control Gideon Planeswalker, the opponent sacrifices 2 creatures instead. Dimir Spybug, Flying Menace. Whenever you surveil, put a +1/+1 count on Dimir Spybug. We have Ragefire. So Ragefire deals 3 damage to target creature for 2. Burn Bright. Creature you control gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Enhanced Awareness. Draw 3 cards and discard a card. Cool. Tyrant's Machine. 2 mana artifact. Pay 4, tap target creature. Cool. Smoke Teller. Look at target face down creature. Valerian Scholar is a 2/3 vanilla for 3. Eyes in the Skies, just a more recent print. Scorch. Rasalka. Interesting. Pay 1, sacrifice a creature, it deals 1 damage to target player. Interesting. Wetland Sambar is a 2 mana 2/1 vanilla elk. Flashbacks. Haven Fleetwing is a flying hexproof 2/2 for 4. Pass to Peace. Destroy target creature's owner gains 5. Interesting. From Masters 25. Shambling Ghoul into the battlefield tapped. It's a 2 mana 2/3. Valor Made Real. Target creature can block any number of creatures this turn for 1 white. That's pretty cool. You could make a token block as many creatures as you want. Titanic Growth is Titanic Growth. Destructive Tampering is from N21, so it does. Another Notion Rain. Daggered Rome Imp, flying lifelink, 2 mana 1/1. Abbey Matron, the old card. Pay 1 white, tap, +3/+0 until end of turn. Interesting. Goes with the cool cards. Dauntless Castle. Exile from your graveyard, create a 1/1 spirit creature token with flying. Activate only as a sorcery. Aniok, Survivalist, Megamorph, 2. Put a +1/+1 counter on it. When turn face up, destroy target artifact or enchantment opponent controls. Cool. Knight of Old Benalia. Suspend 5 for 1 white. In the battlefield, another creature you control gets +1/+1 as an end of turn. Sacred Cat, 1 for 1 lifelink with Embalm for 1 white. Excavating Anorid. It's a 5 mana 4/4. The battlefield may sacrifice your land. If you do, draw a card. Threshold, as long as there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, gets +1/+1 and has Vigilance. Bellowing Lizard is a 1 mana 1/1. 2, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Ooh, we have a sketched one here from Modern Horizons 2. This is pretty cool. Late to Dinner. Oh, this card. Cool. Oh, hang on. It's a foil too. That's pretty cool. Return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. Create a food token. This is a cool card. I'm definitely using that. Hell yeah. Arcbound Mauser. Artifact Cat. Lifelink Modular 1. And another foil. Starnheim Courser. Oh, this is from Column. Interesting. Artifact enchantment spells you cast 1 less to cast. Cool. It goes with the other ones. Skyline Cascade. It's a land that comes into play tapped. When it does, tap target creature opponent controls, it doesn't untap. Skyskiff, Flying Crew 1. Sultai, Skullkeeper. When it enters the battlefield, put the top 2 cards of your library into graveyard. Great for self-mold decks. Or graveyard recursion decks. Shredding Winds, deals 7 damage to target creature with flying. Swashbuckling, enchant creature gets +2/+2, and that's haste. Smoke Teller, saw this one already. Shining Aerosaur, flying 3/4 for 5. Splendid Agony, distribute 2 +(-1/-1) counters among 1 or 2 target creatures. 3 at instant speed. Shimmer Scale Drake, flying, cycling 2. Scholar of the Stars, enters battlefield, control artifact, draw a card. Sarah Disciple, whenever you cast a historic spell, put a +1/+1. Oh, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Flying first strike. Sparkton Dragon, when it enters battlefield, you may pay 3. If you do, it deals 3 damage to any target. Steeple Creeper, gets flying into end of turn for 3 and a blue. Master Splicer, enters the battlefield, create a 3/3 colorless Golem. Golem creature you control, get +1/+1. Water Whirl, turn up to 2 target creatures to down its hands. Welding Sparks, deals X damage to target creature X is 3 plus the number of artifacts you control. Windstorm, deals X damage to each creature with flying. Ooh, Spider Climb, enchant creature. You may choose to play Spider Climb as an instant. If you do, bury it at end of turn, so it's gets sacrificed. Enchant creature gets +0/+3 and can block creatures with flying. For 1 mana, that's pretty cool. Visions. That. Warwing Siren, heroic, when you cast a spell, put a +1 that targets it, put a +1/+1 counter on it. And we have a foil Rubber Belt board here. Nice. And we have another foil, Elf Rogue, 1/4 with reach. Jaru Snarecaster. Cool. Rush to Battle, creatures you control get +1/+1 to end the turn. Warrior creatures you control gain lifelink at the end of the turn. And Unknown Shores. Unknown Shores is a pretty cool card. It's sort of like a mana fixing kind of stuff. And carry on. We have Lava Axe, 5 damage to target player. Millennial Gargoyle, flying 2/2 for 4 artifacts. Cursed Flesh, interesting. Target creature gets +(-1/-1) and cannot be blocked except by artifact creatures and black creatures for 1. That's pretty cool. It's an old card too. Chaos Charm, interesting. This is an old card from Mirage. Choose 1. Target creature is unaffected by summoning sickness this turn, so haste. Deals 1 damage to target creature or destroy target wall. Interesting. Smoke Shroud. Target creature gets +1/+1 as flying. When a ninja enters the battlefield under control, you may return Smoke Shroud from graveyard to the battlefield attached to that creature. Oh, hello. Benelish Hero. Banding. Now that's a thing that you don't see often. Banding. And another one. I got 2. Cool. Banding together. Here we have Barbarian Riftcutter. Sacrifice Barbarian Riftcutter, destroy target land. Merciless Eternal from Our Devastation. Afflict 2, discard a card, gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Mortician Beetle. Whenever a player sacrifices a creature, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Mortician Beetle. This thing. 1 mana, 1/1. Here we have Rain of Reflection, just draw 3 cards, discard a card. Pressure Point, tap target creature, destroy, draw a card. Expose Evil, tap up to 2 target creatures, investigate. Gotta get some clues. Deju Renunciation, tap up to 2 target creatures, cycling for white. Binding Mummy, whenever another zombie enters the battlefield that you control, you may tap target artifact or creature. Phantasmal Form, until end of turn, up to 2 target creatures each have base power and toughness 3/3. Gain flying and become blue illusions in addition to the other colors and types. And here we have another foil from Strixhaven. So end of turn, target creature gains Death Touch, and when this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. You get 2 life. Nice. Wild Onslaught, pretty decent card. I played it in my Grun deck. Really fun card to play. River Sneak is River Sneak. Militia Bugler. This is a card that doesn't get as much love as it should. Quite like this card, Militia Bugler. Willy Loxodon, more for 6. Otherwise it's just a vanilla. Cone of Flame. 5 mana sorcery from Urza's Saga, I believe this one is. Choose 3 target creatures and all players. Cone of Flame deals 1 damage to the first, 2 damage to the second, and 3 damage to the third. Cool. 1 mana Human Wizard, Fugitive Wizard. Senate Courier, it's a Azorus card from Ravnica Allegiance. Savage Smash, it's a fight, but it gives +2/+2 until end of turn. Saruli Caretaker, Defender, tap an untap creature control, add 1 mana of any color. Ordinary Kudu, Antelope, enter battlefield, put a +1/+1, -1/-1 counter on target creature you control. Rakdos Trumpeter, Menace. Wall of Mist is a Defender. Vicious Offering, it's a pretty cool card. Kicker, it's a 1 and a black for instant. Kicker, sacrifice a creature. Target creature is -2/-2 into turn. If the spell is kicked, that creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn, which is pretty good if you're running tokens. You can just sacrifice a token to basically kill a creature. Disperse is Disperse. Especially Separatist Void Mage, interesting. End of the battlefield may return target creature to its owner's hand. Healing Grace, prevent the next 3 damage that will be dealt to any target this turn by a source of your choice. You get 3 life. Lenore Envoy is a mana fixing mana dork. Pardic Wanderer, I love the flavor text on Pardic Wanderer. To the head of archaeological findings, excavation scheduled at dig site 93 beta must be revised. Part of the site has walked off. I love that flavor text. Tragic Poet, tap, sacrifice, return target enchantment to hand. Blessing of Bells and Lock, target creature gets +2/+1 to end of turn if the legendary also gains lifelink. Demonic Vigor, 1 mana enchant creature gets +1/+1. When enchant creature dies, return that card to its owner's hand. Prismite, mana fixing, the Golem as well. Anvil Wrought Raptor, flying first strike. Battalion Foot Soldier, in the battlefield we search library for any number of cards named Battalion Foot Soldier. So, 2 of them. Goblin Smuggler, target creature power 2 or less can't block this turn. Mammoth Spider is a Mammoth Spider. Brightwood Tracker, a 6 tap, look at yourself 4 cards in your library, reveal creature card from among them, put them into your hand, rest at the bottom of your library in a random order. And here we go to the last bit of this pile. Run around, the target artifact or creature on top of its owner's library. Jade Guardian, Hexproof, enter the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target merfolk you control. Knight of the Stampede, dinosaur spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. Deadeye Rig Hauler, you attack with a creature this turn, may return target creature to its hand. Moment of Triumph, target creature gets +2/+2 into end of turn, into life. Divine Verdict, destroy target attacking or blocking creature. Sun Sentinel is a 2/2 for 2 with Vigilance. Skymarch Bloodletter, enter the battlefield, target opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Izzet Guildgate, another Notion Rain. Hired Poisoner, Human Assassin, 1/1 with Death Touch. This is a Dawn Griff, Hippogriff, flying 2/2 for 3. Great Horn Crushhawk, Beast, another 3/5. Ember Eyewolf, Aced, pay 2, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Ancient Carp Fish, vanilla 2/5 for 5. Bestowed Malevolence, Borrowed Malevolence, 1 black. Escalate for 2. Pay this cost for each mode chosen beyond the first. Choose 1 or both. Target creature gets +1/+1 to end of turn. Target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Weirded Vampire, Madness for 3. Lunarch Mantle, target creature gets +2/+2 and tap, sacrifice this permanent, target creature gains flying to end its turn. Fiend Binder, it attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. Goblin Locksmith, attacks, creatures with defender can't block this turn. Collar the Culprit, destroy target creature with toughness 4 or greater. Cavalry Drillmaster, in his battlefield, target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. Martyr's Soul, Convoke, it's from Modern Horizons 1. In his battlefield, if you control no tapped lands, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Interesting. Banshee, another old card. So it's a 4 mana 0/1. Pay X, tap. Banshee deals X damage, half rounded up to you and half rounded down to target creature or player. Interesting. Again, I love these old cards. Cabin Keeper again. Gustwalker. Zerts, if you do, gets +1/+1 and flying into end of turn. Paladin of the Bloodstained. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink. Enduring Sliver, more slivers. Other slivers you control have Outlast 2. So, I love me some slivers. Courier Hawk, 1/2 for 2 is Flying Vigilance. Last Breath, exile target creature with power 2 or less, and control against 4 life. Stalwart Avon, flying, renown 1. Vampire's Zeal, target creature gets +2/+2 into end of turn if it's a vampire against first strike. Divination is Divination. Artificer's Assistant, whenever you cast a historic spell, scry 1. We have Radiating Lightning, deals 3 damage to target player and 1 damage to each creature the player controls. Ooh, nice old card. Shrink, target creature gets -5/-0 until end of turn. Still wasting. Shaper Guildmage, this is also from Mirage. It's a 1/1 wizard for 1. White, tap, target creature gains first strike until end of turn. Black, tap, target creature gains +1/+0 until end of turn. Ooh, we have another charm here. Sapphire Charm. Target player draws a card at the beginning of the next turn's upkeep, or target creature and opponent controls phases out, or target creature gains flying until end of turn. Ugh. Knights of the Skyward Eye, a 3 and a green, gets +3/+3 until end of turn. Activate this ability only once each turn. Itsumi Cutthroat, Rat Warrior, Fear, can't block. Gilded Sentinel, the 4 mana golem. Fire Cannon Blast, deals 3 damage to target creature if deals 3 damage to that creature if you attack with creature this turn. Phantom Fleet Firebrand, 2 mana 2/2. Pay 2 gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Vanquish the Weak, destroy target creature with power 3 or less. And lastly, Tishana's Wayfinder. It's the battlefield Explorer. So that was the first set that we have. I'm gonna stop the video there, and we will carry on with the next one probably on a live stream. The live stream will be on the channel, so keep an eye out for that. For those following live streams, so make sure you're subscribed, ring the little bell so you can be notified the next time we upload, and leave a like, comment if you'd like to tell us what you think of these videos, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Have a great one.